There is often a great deal of confusion over alien rules, such as those the Council of Worlds administers, as they apply to visitations and the alien presence on Earth or within its solar system. This confusion has its base in human rules, those in operation and in place, as a result of human society or human nature, and mixing the two sets of rules together. They don't seem to fit, and indeed they do not fit, as they are two separate sets of rules. The third density lesson, as we have explained, is to determine one's orientation, service to self or service to others. This is a brief density, as densities go, usually involving only a few thousand incarnations before the entity makes its determination. The determination evolves bit by bit, as life circumstances place the entity in situations where the self would have to be sacrificed in some way for the betterment of others. As incarnations pass, the entity experiences various situations and gains the capacity for empathy, having been there and so able to imagine what another is experiencing. Self-sacrifice for another also takes many forms, from a momentary hunger or a bruise to complete loss of life, from allowing another to take credit for an accomplishment to being exiled and expelled from the clan for a crime one did not commit. The many nuances of being service to self or to service to others are explored, testing the gradually emerging orientation of the entity. The rule of non-interference here is akin to examinations that students take to determine their level of understanding or knowledge. During such school exams, students are not allowed to speak to one another or pass notes, nor are outsiders allowed in to confer with the students. This is a test to determine readiness to move on to another level. In a like manner, interfering with third density experiences by swooping in to save an entity from a bad choice or a circumstance they should, in fact, experience, delays the evolution of the lesson. Third density entities are supposed to experience distressing circumstances, so they are put to the test both for their own self-examination as well as for those spiritual guides watching the process. When visitations are allowed, due to the call being given, or where conferring with the birthing guides occurs between incarnations, this is not considered interference, but a review and a discussion of what has occurred. This is akin to talking over an emotionally charged situation with a friend over coffee or a beer, or seeking a consultation over a problem one has already experienced. The entity is still making the decisions on their own life. Where alien visitations or the close proximity of other third density groups interfere with the entity being allowed to make their own decisions based on a level playing field, the Council of Worlds steps in and institutes rules governing visitations or a quarantine. This is akin to allowing a student to go to the toilet during an exam, but not allowing conferences or discussion in the hall during such a break from the exam. A balanced playing field is one in which the third density entity's decision, in the main, affects the outcome, not where the outcome has been skewed to influence their decision. Thus, a decision to hoard food and not share during starvation periods means only that others weaken and sicken and die, Not that the Hoarding One becomes king and can rule because alien visitors are arranging this setup. The alien visitors, if of the service to self-orientation, can only suggest that a contactee do this or that, not arrange the setting or affect the outcome directly. This is why a mass landing, which would terrify humans, will not be allowed. This is why an escape to Mars by the elite during the coming pole shift, which would allow those humans to avoid the life circumstance before them, will not be allowed.